Give a quick recap. Today is May the 2nd. Show you kind of what the trading happened here Friday. So it was non-farm payroll today. You can see if we look back here, you can see a good push up from the market when they announced that. It obviously had a run up. So I did get a first signal. This is the marketing open. I did have a signal here, 936 candle, which ended about 938. But you can see I did put a trade in here. I do have this face here showing that I did take a loss on this. If we look at the 30-second chart, again, our trading system is we look for the confirmation on the 2-minute and 30 seconds, which it gave. It looked like there was enough room to run between lines. In hindsight now, I would say no, there wasn't. But, I thought, hey, the market's going to have a little good retrace there. Let's see if we can get in. By the time I got in, it basically just turned around on me and took me out of my stop loss on the next candle. Was back is where I put the stop loss at. So you can see I was hoping to get down a little bit further. Let me just scroll over here a little bit further. I was hoping to see it get down to this red line here. Somewhere in the middle of these two is what I was hoping for. Pushed like it was going to go. Obviously, I shouldn't have gone against the overall trend of the market earlier. But anyway, a loss nonetheless, okay? So it's always important to keep your losses close, your stop losses, so you're not letting it run clear up to here and then taking it out on other support and resistance lines, okay? So we did have another trade pop up here a couple candles later at the 946 candle, which would be 947.30 on this one, which would be this candle here. I did go ahead and take this trade. As you can see, it did close below this line. Now I was feeling pretty confident. Okay, it's going to go down now further. You can see I do have a smiley face here, so I did profit here. Got a little heartbeat racing there when I did give that retrace after I got in right away, thinking, oh man, did I have a second losing trade in a row here, which is not good, obviously. But it did come down, hit our target where we wanted to go for us to hit there. Now it did continue down further to a couple other further lines, but again, we're wanting to make back our money and not worry about making all the money on a trade, just making enough to secure profits long term. So, which we did. We were able to come back to basically break even off of these two trades here, okay? I think I was down just a hair when I was done for the day. So not done for the day, but done with these two trades, okay? So we wait for another setup to happen. We kind of watched the market come up. We did get a signal here, which is the 8:06 my time, which is 10:06. So we're going to scroll over here to right about this time here. We did get that signal. But the way it was closing on these lines did not break these two. Came over here. We finally got a break above, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through what I did here. Once this candle broke, I waited. I said, well, it's stuck right here. The market's stuck. So it gave a little push up right here, then it came back down. It still closed above. Sorry, this keeps popping up this stuff here. But once it's had that second candle close, well, it was the third candle if you look back to this one right here. 3 candles above, I said, you know what? There's a good chance. We've got a good trend line going right here up in the market. I'm going to take the risk, make me some money for the day, and we were able to hit up that target. So got out of that trade. We're good. We've now had 2 winning trades in a row. We're up on the day, and then we had one more trade that we took just a couple minutes later, actually, not too far. We had one more signal come through. If I scroll over here, almost a similar setup where we did close above the line here. It did come back down, but once it came back up and closed, I was hesitant just because of this area here. It hadn't broken. It did barely break, but that could be just a way for you to liquidate some of those buyers and get some sells on there. But anyway, I was hoping that once we close this third candle up, I said, okay, let's take it again. This trend is still moving up. We got a line up here. Now this line did show up here. It wasn't a lot of target there, but I said, hey, if I can get that profit, put my stop loss at break even, we'll be good. And I did move my stop up to break even, which would have been right about here. And then I just pushed up there for the 15 points. It was a little short because I think there was the 19 points there between that entrance. So I just did the 15, which had been this bar back here. So sorry, it's a little hard with those screens on there. But anyway, so 3 trades, positive, 1 losing, roughly 75% win rate today. It happens. You take losses. You got to recover. Stick to the system. Make sure you're confirming on the 2-minute chart. When these things all give you an arrow, everything's green, you take the trade. Same with the 30 seconds. Once you get it, once these are all green, and as long as you've got some room to run to a support line or a resistance line up or support line down, you're good to go there. So those are the trades I took today. Nothing really else played out that was worth trading there. I think there was one up here that you could have taken later in the day. I did not, obviously, but let's see where it was. Actually, it was this last little bit here. So just had a nice little run up here. Now the exit signal is based off this bottom indicator here. As long as it closes above, I think it's set at 85 for me. You can adjust these lines where you want. So it's kind of like an RSI. If it's overbought or oversold, it gives a signal. You don't have to take those. It's totally up to you. As you can see, this one went up basically to the line and touched it and told you to get out. So on that one there, and then let's see where are we at. The further the market goes, here's a few exits. Again, it's just hitting these lines here telling you to get out, get out, get out, get out. Good time to get out, right? We didn't hit that line. Gave you 3 different options here telling you to get out, and then it finally came back down. So it's nothing perfect. The system's not going to give you all of the things that run perfectly all the time. You have to still be your own trader. You have to understand the systems, but it's a good way for you guys to feel confident in the market when it's going there. Okay, hopefully that helped you out. Let me jump to the website real quick, show you guys, if you're not a customer, how to get this. Here's the website, Target Flow Trading System. It's targetflowtrading.com. I'll have a link in the description for you there. So if you're not a customer, you can obviously buy there. So it is a monthly subscription, $10 per month. You get access to the indicators I was just showing you. With that, just fill out your information here, put it in. Read over the stuff here. It does require TradingView charting system. It does require that you have a paid plan so you can get access to a 2-minute and 30-second charts. It can work on a 1-minute and 3-minute, but it's better to be on a 2-minute and 30-second for that. Okay, and then we do have a new private Discord. We're still trying to grow that, so we want you obviously to get access to that. So it is $10 a month. You get all this access. As long as you pay, you still get to have it. Okay, so a little video there just kind of explains it. Put in your credit card information and subscribe. Once you get that, we'll send you an email for you to set up a password and a link to get into the back office, and then you can activate your TradingView indicators and your Discord. I'm going to show you that right now. So once you get in the back office, it's going to look similar to this. You'll probably have the screen showing up right here that shows how to get activated. And the first thing you're going to see here when you get in is going to be this TradingView activation form. So it is your invite only in TradingView. Once you get this information put in, restart your TradingView, go into your indicators, go to invite only, and that's where you'll find our indicators. Okay, you need to put in the email address you just signed up with and your TradingView username. Okay, those 2 things are required. The email keeps us making sure that you have an active subscription through the website and through the service we just signed up for. And TradingView, if you don't pay, then this will disconnect your indicators. Okay, so anyway, after you put this information in, you push activate, then you're good to go. Then, like I said, restart TradingView, and you should find the indicators. Okay, for Discord, first you're going to click on the link that it shows right here. Okay, and that changes from time to time, but anyway, that's what you'll click on, that link. It then will let you into the channel, and if it doesn't, for some reason it says it's expired, open a support ticket through our email. You should see that on the website, and it will reset you a correct link there. So, but anyway, click on that link. Then you're in. You should see it, but you'll see no channels. Okay, then put your email address in again. Put your Discord in. Make sure it's exactly as it is in Discord. Get access to it now. Then the channels should show up. If they don't, close out of Discord, go back in, get a renewed connection. Okay, so those 2 things. As long as you have a paid subscription with us, the email address is active, the Discord's active, the TradingView is active, you'll have our service for as long as you want to keep paying. Okay. Now here's some training you can go through here. Target flow overview. This just kind of explains what the system's about. You can kind of read through all this, setting up your charts. Here's a video. How do you set up the indicators? What's the best way to look at it? And again, as you start to trade this, you start to see the videos that we put up, the daily recaps, things like that. You'll start to learn the system. Anyway, there's lots of stuff here that you can see, kind of how we trade, why we trade, why we use support and resistance lines. Done tons of stuff. Okay, avoiding some false signals. Like I said, we've got to make sure they can coordinate together. It's not a buy and sell service. This is something you actually have to learn the trading system, because if you just try to take all of those indicators, obviously you wouldn't be winning. You'd be losing. You got to make sure you're confirming on both charts, both time frames, and good support and resistance levels. Okay, pre-market opportunities, avoiding the open, trading checklist, money management. Anyway, tons of extra stuff to just help you guys become better traders. Okay, learn the system, trade your money, you'll be profitable. So again, targetflowtrading.com. Get the service activated, keep it active. You'll have access to the indicators and the Discord group. If you decided not to pay, you go into your account settings, and that's explained on the Discord group how to cancel your service if you need to. So guys, hopefully you've seen enough here that you can consider looking at Target Flow Trading. Definitely take it out, try it out for a month. Hopefully it works out for you. Appreciate you guys' time.